Hey guys, welcome to the guitar lesson 3. Today we're going to learn how to play Three Little Birds. This song was requested on Facebook and I thought it was great. It was really a great choice for my series because in our last lesson we learned 3 chords, E, A, and D. This song uses the exact same chords. However, you can have some fun playing this song with different inversions of those chords. So that's what I'm going to show you today, and you can pick which one you like the best on how it sounds. So let's get going. Okay guys, so far we've learned 3 chords, E, A, and D, right? A, D, and D. And this song uses those exact chords. But the cool thing about this song is the way it's played and the voicings that he uses, you can use different A's. If you don't know this already, there are different versions of chords all over the neck. You can play D here, play one here, play one here, play one here. They're all over the place. And that's why it's important, and I know a lot of teachers focus on a lot of theory very early so you can start to learn the fretboard. And I like to really kind of ease into that, right? I don't want to bore anyone with, you know, I honestly believe this, again, this is my opinion. I think that's a lot of the reason why people quit, is it's so intimidating and there's so much to learn. If you really start diving into that before you're having fun, I don't know, that's just my opinion. I like to have fun. I like to teach you guys songs. I want you to get to the point where when your friends come over and they ask you, hey, how's your guitar playing going? You're like, it's great. I can play Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. So that's where I'm going with this. So, anyway, the cool thing about this song is if you use different versions of that chord, instead of playing the A down here going, you can play an A up here. So it's just a little bit higher voicing. You know, those notes are higher up. And it sounds really cool when you play along with the track. The track is in standard tuning. You don't need a capo or anything like that. I'm a big Bob Marley fan. I probably should be using a Les Paul, but I picked my PRS because of the birds, obviously, Three Little Birds. Bob Marley, he played a Guild acoustic and was famous for playing a lot of Les Pauls. In fact, he was buried with a red Les Paul. I'm not sure what year it was. I want to say it was like 59, but big Les Paul guy. And come on, it's Bob Marley. He's a legend. So the 3 chords are, the versions you're going to learn are an A, this version of an A, this version of a D, and then this version of an E. To play this version of an A, you're going to bar the first 2 strings, the E and the B, right? So your pointer finger is going to cover these 2 strings. Your middle finger is going to play the 6th fret on the G string, and then your last finger is going to play the 7th fret on the D string. Again, make sure all the notes are ringing. So to play this version of the D, you're going to play this A on the 5th fret, E string, with your index finger. And then you're going to grab these 3 notes. They're all on the 7th fret, right? But you're going to use your middle finger on the D string, your ring finger on the G string, and your pinky finger on the B string, all on the 7th fret. And then remember to grab this. Again, make sure they ring. So there's 2 different ways to play this E, and I'm going to show you the easy way first, and then a great way to start working on some dexterity in your hands. So you're just going to play the E, and then you're going to pluck these 3 notes all on the 9th fret. Okay, so you're going to take your index finger and just lay it. Just lay it across the first 4 strings. That's the easiest way to do it. Except you're only going to pluck these 3 strings. The D string, the G string, and the B string. So together, you're just going to pluck them all. So the way I'm doing that, and if you don't want to use a pick, this is one song you don't really need a pick for. And it's a lot easier to do when you're plucking strings like this, because you can use these 3 fingers to pluck the 3 notes up high, and then use your thumb to play the bass. And you can do that everywhere. The more complicated way to do this is to, same thing, lay your finger across the 9th fret, but you're going to lay your pinky on the 12th fret on the B and the B and the E string. You get those nice high ringing notes. I'm going to show you a different D to use as well that's also fun, and that's up here. The one thing I don't like about this version of D is if we play this one, the D, the root, is actually this note here, and it's kind of high. This version of it gets that nice bassy ringing, just D. So to play this one, you're going to lay your index finger across the B and the E string, so you're grabbing those 2 notes, and then you're just going to use your ring finger and on the G string, 11th fret, and then you're going to play the first 4 strings. So this one might be easier for you to play, and I personally like it better. And it's also moving your hand up the neck, so you're in position to play the next E. So there's a few different ways to do this. You can pluck all the notes and not use a pick. Or the way I do it is, when you lay your index finger across the strings, I'm actually muting this A string with this finger. So it's not being played. So if you do it this way, you're just getting the notes that you want. See how it's not picking up that string at all? Little trick for you. One thing I want to show you is shifting your hands, because this is something that beginners struggle with. So once you have your fingers in place, to play the D, which is next, you just have to shift your hand. So all you're doing is you're going from here to here. So you see how little I'm moving my hand? I'm just trying to exaggerate this so you can see what I'm doing, but I'm just shifting really quick without moving my hands that much at all. I'm not like removing them from the neck. I'm just going shift. Right? It's just a make sure all the notes ring. And then so one of the techniques that's important in a song like this is to mute the strings immediately. Don't let them ring. Because the way he's playing the chords, if you watch my hand, I'm actually muting the strings 2 different ways. I'm removing my finger, the pressure from my finger from the strings, and then I'm also putting my hand back down on the strings to mute them. Do you see how I'm immediately putting my hands back on the strings? That's so they don't keep ringing, and it sounds like the recording. Again, to practice this, turn your metronome on and just literally practice playing the chord and then muting the strings. You don't have to do it this fast if you want to start slow. So that's it for this video, guys. If you want, comment to what songs you want to learn next, and I'll work on those if it makes sense with the series, okay? Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
3, 2,